Tonight from PNC Park in Pittsburgh, the Pirates host the St. Louis Cardinals in Game 2 of their 3-game series. The Young Bucks, Walker, Alvarez, McCutchen, Tabata leading the way as the Pirates have won 4 in a row, and they look to finish the 2010 home schedule with a winning record. To do that, they'll have to take 4 of their next 5 games, and so far, maybe we shouldn't discount this Pirates team right now down the stretch, Steve. Last night, a big victory over the St. Louis Cardinals, their first 4-game winning streak of the season.
Yeah, it's been a lot more fun. I think it's so very important that these young Pirates that you talk about get this taste of winning, to see what it feels like, to get that feel, because it's been a dismal season. They've seen a lot of negatives. It's great that they're seeing some positives, what they're capable of doing.
How about what Pedro Alvarez is capable of doing? Not a great batting average, but he has 44 RBIs in just over 300 at-bats.
Yeah, consider this is just his second professional season. There's a lot of things that Pedro is seeing that he has never seen before, so he's doing just fine. I thought this was a very underrated play that he made to make that play at second base, and then gets a second handle on this ball to make the play. I think he's shown flashes of being a better than average defensive third baseman.
So Pedro Alvarez helping lead the way along with the other young Bucks that we talked about. And Charlie Morton, this pitching has been such a key for this late season turnaround for the Pirates. Charlie Morton, so much attention on him.
Yeah, he still is a person of interest for sure. And you see what he's capable of doing with that good curve ball and then getting some ground balls, pitching to contact a little bit against the Mets, and some footage from his work against the Cincinnati Reds. So they're still interested in him. A guy with that kind of arm, you're not going to lose track of. You're going to give him a lot of chances.
Charlie Morton looking for a couple of wins down the stretch. His last 2 starts, an ERA under 4, which is a pretty significant thing for him. Meanwhile, Kyle Loesch will start for the St. Louis Cardinals. They have really, really struggled as they drop out of the National League Central Division race. Pirates and the St. Louis Cardinals ready to play ball as the Pirates look to make it 5 in a row coming up next.
PNC PNC for the achiever in us all. By Barrel Automotive. Barrel.com. Definitely worth the click. By your Toyota dealer, where quality, dependability, and good MPG all come standard. Toyota, moving forward. And by your Western PA Honda dealer.
Back at PNC Park, Pirates and the St. Louis Cardinals. Skip Schumacher is stepping in, and we are ready to go. Charlie Morton's first pitch, strike one, high strike called from the home plate umpire John Hirschbeck.
He's a crew chief. He can do whatever he wants.
Yep. 73 degrees at game time. Hope you are okay wherever you are. Some really awful storms passing by the Pittsburgh area. The catch is made by Tabata and left. Take a look at the rest of the lineup. Brought to you by your Western Pennsylvania Toyota dealers. Toyota moving forward. John Jay comes to the plate. He'll be followed by Albert Pujols and then Matt Holliday. Career against the Pirates, Holliday a .319 average in 51 games. Colby Rasmussen center. Daniel Descalso is the third baseman. Matt Pagnazzi the catcher. Brendan Ryan, Kyle Loesch. The starting nine for the Redbirds.
And Charlie making his 15th start of the year. Looking for a good finish. He has got a couple legs up on that. A couple decent starts last two times out. Only problem last time out against New York, 5 innings, a couple runs, 4 walks in 5 innings. We want to get better than that.
And a no W, but he did pitch well, making some progress. For Charlie Morton. That's kind of what the Pirates have been looking for. Almost baby steps. But anything positive, they'll take. He'll take. 1-2 the count on John Jay.
What is that?
What in the world is that thing?
Got teeth on it. It's very complicated.
Oh, the big Charlie from Charlie.
Uncle Charlie. Nice looking downer type curveball. The old drop. Drops in there for call third strike.
Once again, Charlie Morton working with Chris Snyder. Now it's Albert Pujols. Last night, couple of hits and an RBI, giving him a league-leading 109 ribbies. He also has 39 homers to lead the National League, and his batting average at .307 is tied for 5th highest in the senior circuit.
We all remember how Charlie finished up last year, that 4-hit shutout against the Cubs. Maybe he's a September kind of guy. We've said it time and time again. He's a person of interest because he throws hard. He's got a good breaking ball. If he can harness that stuff, figure it out, well, he's got a chance to win a lot of Major League Baseball games. But he's got a lot of work to do to get to that point.
Walks him on 4 pitches, and bring up Matt Holliday. The Pirates trying to win 5 in a row, and so far perfect on this final homestand of the year at 4-0. Our PNC achievement for the achiever in us all during this 4-game winning streak, averaging 5.5 runs a game, 6 homers, 5 doubles, on base percentage .346. That ERA good at .325.
And what's really good, what, a couple walks per 9 innings? I like that a lot.
And you see the bottom number. The Pirates are really interested in getting above 500 at home. 5 games left. They have to win 4 of the next 5 to accomplish that goal.
They were 40-41 at home last year. Came within 1. What is it about the road? You've got the answer. Give us a call at 1-800-DON'T-KNOW.
But the Pirates aren't the only team. We've talked about this quite a bit the second half of the season. The road woes of many clubs in baseball.
And I still can't accept that it's just going to happen, that it's automatic. I just
that you're not going to win many on the road?
That there's a reason. It shouldn't make a difference. Are there any teams in baseball that have good road records?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ball hit out of play off to the right. I guess the curious thing about it, Steve, is the fact that so few have good road records, even above 500.
But I think the interesting thing is nobody can come up with a reason why. Yeah. And to me, that spells, well, there is no reason. You should have a chance to be just as good on the road. 60 feet 6 inches, 90 feet between bases.
In the National League, the Padres have the best road record, as Matt Holliday takes the ball 2-2. The Padres and the Giants, the only two teams in that division with a winning road record. In this Central Division, only the Reds have a winning record away from their home yard. In the East, only the Phillies and the Florida Marlins have a winning road record. The Braves are 34-43 away from Turner Field.
The Fish, what, they're even at 75 and 75?
Yeah, their overall record at 500, yes.
And so they've been decent on the road.
But how about those Braves? 52 wins at home, which ties them for the most in all of baseball with the Phillies. But the difference is they're 34-43, I should say. And the Twins, because the Twins, they win today?
Yep.
5-1. It gives them 52 W's at home. Meanwhile, the St. Louis Cardinals, they just are struggling. A look at Target's field. And the target for the Twins is to then have the best record in the American League by the end of the year, and so take advantage of the home field, their new home digs. 3-2 pitch is fouled away.
Well, Charlie owes the St. Louis Cardinals a little something. He's had 3 starts. He is 0-3 with an ERA over 11.5. They have had their way with Charlie, so he owes them a little payback.
Made 1 start for the Pirates last year against the Cardinals and lost to Adam Wainwright here at PNC Park. And that was a good start. He gave up just 1 run in 5 innings on August the 8th. Alvarez across to first for the out, and that does it for the St. Louis Cardinals. They leave a man, half inning, St. Louis nothing, Pittsburgh comes to bat. That's Charlie Morton, a half inning of work. Good. Now we take a look at what the Pirates lineup looks like. Andrew McCutchen will be followed by Jose Tabata and Neil Walker. Eric Jones hits cleanup. Neighbor Alvarez will be followed by John Valker. Last 7 games, he's at a 3.18 clip. Ronnie Cedeno at short. Chris Snyder catches Charlie Morton.
Against Kyle Loesch, missed 3 months of the season with forearm surgery after a start late in May. What he's done so far, this will be start number 16, has never lost to the Pirates. 5-0 in 7 starts against the Bucks.
Fouled off between the third base bag and third base coach Tony Beasley as Andrew McCutchen leads things off against Kyle Loesch. 2-0 with a 2.17 ERA here at PNC Park for Loesch. And an early souvenir for that young fan.
Working on the second year of a massive contract is Mr. Loesch. 2 more years to go.
One ball, 1 strike on McCutchen. And a strike. Kyle Loesch, time on the disabled list this season, 84 days to be exact. Surgery on his right forearm. And a base hit to start things off for Andrew McCutchen.
And we'll see if the running game begins. There's a new catcher. It might sound like a familiar name, Pagnazzi.
Pagnazzi still playing for the Cardinals?
Yeah. Well,
Tom Pagnazzi?
No, this is his nephew, his brother's son. So the catching heritage still remains. Tom Pagnazzi, a longtime Major League receiver, did a good job at AAA throwing out base runners. We'll see if the Pirates test him.
Matt Pagnazzi, his uncle, was a 3-time Gold Glove winner. A tradition that has continued through the years with the Cardinals. A fine defensive backstop, critical for Tony La Russa and Dave Duncan. Yadier Molina not in the lineup. He has been hampered recently, and we understand is returning to St. Louis for an MRI on his knee. Has returned to St. Louis.
We'd normally say, well, they're short a man. Well, not in September. Plenty of bodies.
He's been dealing with that soreness in his knee since late August.
Talk about that catching heritage. Remember your favorite, Mike Matheny?
Oh, those are three real good ones right there in the last 20 years. Pagnazzi, Matheny, Molina. Wow. All Cardinals.
You just saw Tony La Russa, and a comment about Molina from Tony as that ball's fouled off. I saw him last time the Cardinals were in. I asked him about the heart and soul of this ball club. I said, I know how you feel about Albert Pujols. How about your catcher? He said, yeah, Yadier Molina is really, really critical and so important in so many aspects to this Cardinal team. And, Tony couldn't say enough about Yadier Molina and his contributions.
Heck of a catcher. 2-1. By the way, veteran backup catcher Jason LaRue says his career is over. He was examined here in Pittsburgh yesterday and again today. He has been bothered by the concussion that he suffered in that melee between the Cardinals and the Reds, where Johnny Cueto kicked him in the head, the Reds pitcher. And LaRue says he's still not right. They continue to test the concussion and the symptoms, and he is likely done. His career is over. Again, after being kicked by Reds pitcher Johnny Cueto.
Will this year, 2010, be the year of the concussion in a lot of different sports? I mean, it has come to the forefront. Football, baseball, hockey. I mean, whatever you look at, so much attention paid on concussions, head injuries.
Toward the gap in right center field. This will be fun to watch. McCutchen, you know, will score. Tabata into second base. Now he's turning it on for 3, and he is there with a triple, and the Pirates take an early 1-0 lead.
Yeah, the kids are all right. Just like you said in the open, they're doing just fine as Tabata chases McCutchen around. Get used to that scenario. You're probably going to see that more than a few times in the coming seasons here in Pittsburgh. Fun to watch. That speed, that ball went to the gap. You knew you were going to see a couple flyers.
This man can fly. McCutchen, first to third, first to home. Can coast in on the triple by Tabata. 1-0 Pirates lead, and now see what the infield does. It will play back. And Safe Auto Insurance reminds you that you are safe at home with Safe Auto, proudly supporting the Obadiah Cole Foundation for prostate cancer screening and awareness. Early detection is the cure.
Pirates went to work early last night. It'll work early tonight.
Off-speed fools Neil Walker. Neil Walker has 58 runs batted in. Nice stop there by Matt Pagnazzi. Watch the Pirates left fielder. This gap shot.
The game is on right there. First, a quick look to Tony Beasley about halfway through, and then turns it on to get in under the throw.
His fourth triple. And his 82nd hit. This will get the run home. Neil Walker drives in his 59th run of the season. And since the All-Star break, it is his 47th RBI. Do you know there are only 2 players in the league that have driven in more runs since the All-Star break than Neil Walker? Troy Tulowitzki and Matt Holliday.
An ongoing story for actually both Tabata and Walker. Now, Neil gets so much attention, rightfully so. Hometown guy, and it's just a wonderful entire story. Boy, don't discount Mr. Tabata either. It's been a pretty good tandem.
It's been quite a combo. And the last time Walker came in hitting 296, it's called rifle foul by Garrett Jones. The last time the Pirates had a pair of rookies who hit 300 or better in the same season, each with at least 350 at bats, and both Tabata and Walker will have at least 350 at bats. It's a question of whether Walker and Tabata can both hit over 300. Ball is popped up behind home plate. Pagnazzi will take a look, and it is out of play. So Tabata came in hitting 304, Walker 296. The last time it happened 111 years ago, 1899. Jimmy Williams hit 354. Ginger Beaumont hit 352.
Was that Ginger Beaumont and the Skyliners?
Absolutely. They went on
part of that group.
Yeah, big 50s and 60s hits. And he was rather old at that time, but
Walkie, I think Walkie pitched in front of them.
Yeah, Skyliners. All fouled out of play. But imagine if Walker and Tabata can accomplish that feat. A pair of rookies hitting over 300 hasn't happened since 1899 for the Pirates. Very impressive what those two have done. Jones a fly ball to left. 2 outs. Pedro Alvarez. And we're not even counting the number of RBIs and hits that these guys had down in the minors.
Yeah, you put that package together.
Yeah. Walker came up May 25th. Tabata about a week later.
I think when you consider Neil Walker, too, I still can't get away from the fact, drafted as a catcher, then third base, and now Major League second baseman. I mean, that whole scenario as a foundation doesn't lend itself to instant success. I mean, learning positions at different positions at that level, at those levels where he switched around. Athlete. And a lot of people talking about Pedro Alvarez, and they will talk about him for a long time because I think he's not going to do great things. But we were talking in the open, this is his second professional season. And again, he is seeing a lot of things that he didn't see in his first pro season or at Vanderbilt.
Yeah, Bob was talking about that last night on the TV side, that You're impressed certainly with what Alvarez has done, but he's only begun to scratch the surface, because in terms of pro ball, both Tabata and Walker have more experience in professional baseball. Strikeout looking for Alvarez. McCutchen got it going with a leadoff hit, and then the gap shot from the Pirates left fielder Jose Tabata. The Pirates lead 2-0. Browse the largest selection of official gear, including the latest apparel, nostalgic memorabilia, and authentic classics for the whole family. Get your gear from the official source, thepirates.com shop. Accept no substitutes. It's Colby Rasmus. Fouls the pitch back and out of play. Rasmus hitting .277 with 23 homers, 64 runs batted in.
What's the bigger issue tonight? Pirates winning 5 in a row or Charlie Morton?
They go hand in hand. I don't think the Pirates win 5 in a row unless Charlie Morton performs well.
Both important subjects.
Last 15 games, Pirate starters an ERA of .363. Since September the 5th, Pirates team ERA is .348. That's the 4th best earned run average in the National League. It's 7th best in the major leagues. Rasmus, ground single to left. Leadoff hit for Colby Rasmus. And we'll see the rookie Daniel Descalzo, his first big league start. Hit .282 in the minors, drove in 71. Left-hand hitter. Hey, special 94th birthday wish to a lifelong Pirates fan.
94?
Yeah, watching all Pirate games at his son's home in Texas. Walter Husak.
Walter, thank you for hanging in there with the Buccos. Happy birthday.
Walter Husak. Watching all Pirate games out in Texas. So, Walter, let's hope for another W here.
Maybe a little W for your birthday. Nice birthday present.
Yep.
Mr. Descalzo, a second baseman by trade, but he's at third base tonight for the Cardinals.
Well, what trouble that has been for St. Louis this season, the hot corner. David Freese out most of the second half of the season on the disabled list.
Remember back in the day when Albert Pujols played a little third base for him.
Felipe Lopez was playing a lot of third base, but they got tired of his act, finally releasing him yesterday after he was late again. We're told it wasn't the first time. He was considerably late down in Miami for their makeup game against the Marlins, so Tony La Russa had had enough.
Page one of a managerial handbook. You tell your players, first thing you got to do is always be on time. Be on time. You're a major leaguer. This is a privilege. You have a responsibility. Get to the park on time so you can do your work.
Runner goes. Throw down. One hopper. And stolen base for Rasmus, his 11th. Caught 7 times, but 11 steals now for Rasmus.
Average jump. He was underway, but I don't know how many steps he had before Charlie released the ball.
Strike in there on this rookie. As I said, Descalso hitting .282 in the minors. His first big league plate appearance was in Miami on Monday. Sharply hit, diving stop by Cedeno. What a play by Ronnie Cedeno. That was special right there.
Sparkler, sharply hit ball, trying to get by him as it was sliding by. Down, giving up the body. Don't worry, it's all going to end well. AGH camera is going to show that he gets up in time, and a strike over to Garrett Jones. Beautiful looking play. When you've got to go down flat on the ground and you get back up, get the guy at first base, you've done your job and then some. He gets a circle for sure on that one.
Matt Pagnazzi, 1 for 3 in just his second start on Sunday since he was called up September the 1st. Another look at this play by Cedeno. Bouncing up quickly, the strong and very accurate throw to Garrett Jones, robbing Daniel Descalso.
Daniel didn't see too many plays against him like that down in Memphis. Especially if that's where he was. I think that's a AAA team.
Okay, good guess.
Okay.
Yeah, you're on it. Matt Pagnazzi, 2 for 6 in the big leagues. As Steve said, the nephew of former All-Star catcher Tom Pagnazzi.
Take him yourself, Charlie. Leave that runner at third base.
Oh, brother. Wild pitch. That's not good. 2-1 ball game. 0-2 the count here. A chance to strike him out.
But on the other hand, that ball goes through the wicket. Chris Snyder will tell you that if he gets down far enough, I mean that's not that tough a block. Let's just be honest about it. When it goes straight through, all you got to do is get down on your knees and put the glove right down on the ground, and you've got just about the whole area covered. And there's the strikeout. The glove is up, ball is down.
Brendan Ryan.
Can't call it a PB. Pass ball's got to be a WP. Wild pitch.
Yep.
That's the way the rulings go.
Yep. WP it is on your scorecard.
Yep.
0-2 the count now on Brendan Ryan. Broken bat, roller to second, and on to first. Morton didn't get much of a break there. The wild pitch. Just one run, 2-1, head to the bottom of the second. The one run.
There it is.
What?
Didn't think we'd see that tonight. I'll tell you, I came to the ballpark through Mount Lebanon and Green Tree. I thought the world was ending this afternoon. It was awful. In fact,
well, I just want to, on behalf of the 30 cars behind you.
I got to tell you this story. This is a true story. I'm down a narrow street.
Yeah.
And there's a tree down, a branch, and a wire across. I don't know what to do. I want to drive across a wire.
Well, you shouldn't. You're told not to.
And this guy came up and back of me.
And some guy just came up and back you?
Yep. Apparently a fan. He said, Steve.
What was it? He got out of his car.
Yeah, he came up, walked up from the 5th car back and said, Steve, you've had a good life. Go for it. Drive over that wire.
So you listened to him.
I went over the wire. I saved all those people.
You saved all those people.
Have to do it.
On behalf of those people in traffic, Steve, they thank you.
Wired.
Now,
could have been wired.
Why, let me ask, did you know this gentleman who said you've had a good life, just give it a shot?
Yeah.
Did you know him?
No, I had no idea.
But you trusted his advice?
Yeah, like an idiot. I could be a burnt piece of carbon up here.
Oh, a drive to right center field. And is it enough? It is 20 for Bowker. John Bowker trying to make a September statement. And the Pirates lead it 3-1. It's Bowker's 5th of the season in the big leagues, his 2nd as a Pirate.
Johnny be good. Well over the trip total media sign, past the 375 mark for John Bowker. Right in the wheelhouse, and he wheels it right on out of here.
Well, when he makes contact, that ball, you hear that from time to time about a baseball jumping off a guy's bat. Steve, you talked about Charlie Morton being a person of interest.
Mm-hmm. There's another one right there.
Opening day right fielder for the Giants this season.
And we heard from Giants people when they came into this ballpark saying that they didn't want to give him up. There were people that were saying that they thought he had a future with San Francisco. Well, maybe he's got a future with the Pittsburgh Pirates.
This is up the middle. Ronnie Cedeno follows the Bowker home run with a base hit.
This is not a cheap part of the ballpark where John hit this ball. And not just in the front row or two.
Oh, look at that grab by the fan, huh?
You know what? That
nice.
cost John about 4 extra feet on the tail of the tape. Get that man out of here.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Rich. Pretty neat catch.
Yeah.
Pretty neat hit.
2-1 count on Snyder. Third baseman Scalzo turns that into a double play around the horn. 5-4-3, 2 outs now. Kyle Lohse gives up that home run, just the 8th this season, allowed by Kyle Lohse. He missed some time. This is his 16th start of the year. For the most part, regardless of how many innings, he has been known as a pitcher that just does not give up the long ball. In fact, he gave up his first home run of the season on May the 6th to Jason Worth, after beginning the year with 29 consecutive innings without allowing a home run. And that was no cheapie from Bowker. Charlie Morton looks for his first hit of the season.
Interesting way it's played out for Lohse. He got that big contract after going 15-6. Last year just 6-10, and this year 4-7 with the arm surgery.
Morton 0 for 18 this season, and 5 hits and 66 career major league at bats.
14 strikeouts and 18 at bats.
Down he goes.
Add to that.
John Bowker. The Pirates at the 2-run lead right back. 3-1. About Charlie Morton and what they've been trying to do with him.
Yeah, and what that basically means, they don't want him to overthink it. Just trust your baseball instincts, trust your ability, and don't break it down to the point where you got too much clutter involved. You've got good stuff. Go ahead, challenge these guys.
Throw with conviction. Ball 1, fastball 94 to Kyle Lohse. Hitting 194. The Parrot. What is he up to now? What shenanigans?
That's a good way to put it. There are definitely shenanigans involved.
He's pointing out a Cardinals fan.
And that we should have tolerance. And the Cardinal fan is wondering why he can't see the baseball game now.
But he's taking a picture of the parrot.
Yeah.
Weak pop up toward the right side and out of room. A broken bat pop up. Garrett Jones over. Two count on Kyle Loesch. And a liner caught by Neil Walker.
Hit right on the button, but hit it toward that athlete. He'll go up and get it.
One down as Walker makes the play on the line drive hit by Kyle Loesch, top of the order, and Schumacher.
So all things considered, first time through the lineup for Charlie. Good marks. Had a chance to get out of that situation where the Cardinals scored a run, but the wild pitch, I don't think entirely Charlie's fault, because he had Pagnazzi pretty much where he wanted him and then did wind up striking him out. You can't assume that that's going to happen, but I think he had him 1-2 or 0-2 at that point.
One out single for Schumacher. Now the batter John Jay. He struck out looking in the first. And with the foul ball, Morton ahead of him 0-1. Some left-handed sticks in the lineup here against Charlie Morton. Last night, Tony La Russa had just one lefty hitter against Paul Mahalam. Jay's been an impressive rookie, at least the time we've seen him. Ball fouled off, and that got a piece of home plate umpire John Hirschbeck. Now Chris Snyder will buy the home plate umpire some time.
Joined by his buddies tonight, James Hoy at first, Laz Diaz at second, Wally Bell at third. Here we go. And cue.
Went to the count on John Jay. Throw to first. Schumacher with 5 steals and 8 tries. Cardinals really don't run a bunch, and with guys like Pujols and Holiday, you figure they don't have to. But this offense just has not been what Cardinals folks probably expected much of the year. Decent batting average, some pop, but I've heard people say, you know, once you get around Pujols and Holiday, it's a pitchable lineup. And that's especially true when Colby Rasmus was struggling or out of the lineup entirely. Pujols on deck. And now with David Freese, as we mentioned, the problems at third base. Another foul ball, stays 1-2. month of September. National League rankings, 16 teams in the National League.
Yeah, 245. I mean, that doesn't blow you away.
Well, how about, Steve, this one? Since August the 13th, that's when the Cardinals were in first place. Oh, ball gets away, and the runner will take off for second. These are the things, that wild pitch, that errant throw, you hope don't get to Charlie Morton. To fight through these kind of things.
I don't know if that's so much Charlie's fault.
I don't either. They called that.
No,
Yeah,
that's got to be an E3.
I think it bounced.
They charge that to Charlie?
I think that I think we just saw that angle. I don't know if you saw it or not, but I think that ball bounced in front of.
That's stunning to me.
Garrett.
So it bounced.
Yeah.
so it bounced.
Like a wild pitch, right?
I guess.
Struck him out.
Number 3 for Charlie.
2 down in the inning. But since August the 13th, as you take a look at the strikeout, Cardinals were in first place that day by 1 game over the Reds. They were 65-49. Since that day, August the 13th, they have the worst record in baseball. The Cardinals.
That's hard to believe.
That is why they sit 8 back right now at 77-73. Their record. Just 4 over 500. It's stunning to hear, and it's really stunning when you look at it closely. Again, a Cardinals team that was in first place on August the 13th with a record of 65-49. Since then, the worst record in baseball, 12-24. Pujols in the hole 0-2. Walked on 4 pitches in the first.
High inside fastball that Charlie got the call on. Albert didn't care for that call too much, but then goes downstairs with the ball out of the strike zone. So 2 pitches really that could have put Albert out in front, 2-0. It's turned upside down. It's 0-2. So stay out of the strike zone here, Charlie. You get an open base. Toy with him a little bit.
Fastball upstairs. Stays 0-2 on Albert Pujols. Despite the great power numbers, leading the league in homers and RBIs, still 7th toughest to strike out.
What does he have in common with Jordan, Michael Jordan? We're going to stick that tongue out.
Yeah.
Good hook. What do you go, Charlie?
Strikes him out, back-to-back Ks. 4th for Morton. The hit and the error don't hurt. He struck out Jay looking and Pujols swinging. And the Pirates lead the Cardinals 3-1. Andrew McCutchen takes strike one. McCutchen led off the bottom of the first inning with a base hit and scored on the top of a triple. One ball, one strike. That's a shot into the left field corner. Extra bases for McCutchen. A leadoff double.
Do your thing, Andrew. Do your thing. Just a laser trail past the third baseman, Descalzo.
31st double of the year.
That dive is after the fact, by the way.
It's way gone. The AGH cam, way past him. Forget it. Now Tabata dropping down the bunt. Sacrifice gets Walker to third. Well, tomorrow the Pirates and Cardinals meet at 12:35, a matinee game. Evan Meek is showing you the T-shirt that you'll receive. All fans get one on a T-shirt Thursday, the final T-shirt Thursday of the season, courtesy of Central Blood Bank. For tickets, go to pirates.com/T-shirt. And also, before the game, stop by the Trib Total Media Hall of Fame Club. Bob Walk, John Smiley, Don Schwal, former Bucco, is going to be signing autographs at the Trib Total Media Hall of Fame Club tomorrow. T-shirt Thursday. 12:35, Pirates Cardinals. Hopefully, you'll be able to, on your way to the ballpark, discuss with your friend or family member how are the Pirates going to sweep the Cardinals. First things first, of course, you got to win tonight. Ahead 3-1 and looking for more. The infield in, and sometimes Tony La Russa has the infielders back to begin with, and then as the pitch starts to come in, they charge. A little deception.
Perhaps distracting the hitter. I'm not sure what the intention is.
Don't know.
Just the shortstop.
How about that? See? It's the zone blitz.
Free safety. Again. Now, both of them. He wants both of them in. Will that be second base?
No, that's both come in.
Yeah,
that's both start and then come in. Yeah. Here we are. 2-2. We'll have to ask Neil Walker tomorrow if that was distracting. We'll have to ask La Russa, as he wants both middle infielders to charge again. Ask Tony La Russa what. Well, he may not tell us that with the meaning behind it.
Will they come again?
3-2. Russa has been criticized for maybe trying to, in some people's minds, reinvent the game. But you can't criticize him for his passion for this game.
Nor his record.
His love of the game, and most importantly, that record. Third on the all-time wins list in the history of baseball. That is impressive enough. He has won just about everywhere he's gone. White Sox, A's, Cardinals. 15th season as the Cardinal skipper. And some wonder whether this will be his last year. He's led the Cardinals to 8 division titles, a couple of pennants, World Championship. (2,629) managerial wins for Tony La Russa. Only John McGraw has one more. He's next on that list, the all-time wins list. John McGraw with 2,763. Connie Mack next. Good at bat there for Walker. Mazda, in case you missed it, they announced today, the Diamondbacks, that they have hired former Padres GM, and a very good one, Kevin Towers. He spent 14 years as the Padres GM, and he really is the architect of that team that is battling the Giants and the Rockies right now for that title in the West. So Kevin Towers is back in the West as the GM of the Diamondbacks. And how about the little extra incentive for Kevin Towers now to get that Diamondbacks team back and rolling?
Might try to take a page out of the Walt Jocketty.
Yeah,
that got it going for the Cincinnati
right.
Reds, by the way.
Jocketty left the Cardinals, and in a short time has turned that Reds team around. Loesch trying to get Garrett Jones to hit into a double play, get it on the ground, 2-0 count. McCutchen at third, the double then sacrificed to third. Walker, the free pass. Infield at double play depth. Jones toward the gap in left center field. Well hit, to the notch it goes, and into the seats for a ground rule double. As McCutchen scores, Walker will go to third, and the Pirates lead it 4-1. Garrett Jones.
Yeah, might have cost him an RBI by that ball bouncing in, but no complaints. Gave it a long ride to the opposite field. Sinking fastball down and away. Nice bit of hitting by Garrett Jones. Give you an idea of the kind of power he has. He takes a sinker down and away and hits it on one hop, almost over the 410 sign.
Garrett Jones' first RBI since September 3rd. And his 30th double of the year. Pedro Alvarez now, Steve. Chance for a ribby.
Yep, and you want your leadoff man to score some runs? Well, into McCutchen filling the bill tonight.
Alvarez struck out looking in the first, but here he has runners at second and third. And we talked in our open about the fact that though he's just hitting, coming into tonight, 228, he does have 44 RBIs in 302 at bats.
You know, it's a thin line. You don't really ever want a guy like Pedro Alvarez with his power to shorten up on a swing, but every once in a while, these situations, contact is not all that bad. Like that.
Hit that one hard. Rasmus will go back and watch it hit the base of the wall. Alvarez, a ringing double. How about this Pirates club?
How about the way that ball on a line got out there so quick? I thought for a minute Rasmus had it measured, and he was just waiting for a bounce. That ball was a rocket.
A 2-run double for Alvarez. Pirates lead 6-1. 46 ribbies for the rookie third baseman.
And you've heard us say so many times, the ball jumps off the bat. That ball got out there in a hurry.
Scoring easily, Walker and Jones on the HEH cam. 17 doubles for Alvarez. Dave Duncan out to talk with Kyle Loesch. Pirates are taking it to this veteran right-hander, leading the Redbirds 6-1. P.J. Walters up in the bullpen. John Bowker comes to the plate. He led off the second inning with our Coors Light Cold Hard Blast. This is his second home run as a member of the Pirates. His fifth big league dinger this season. Cold Hard Blast brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. They will walk Bowker intentionally to get to Cedeno.
Makes sense. I'll tell you, there have been 3 hits this inning, all 3 rockets. The line drive down in the corner by McCutchen. Jones short hopping, actually bouncing the ball over the 410 sign, and Pedro Alvarez just a linea to the 399 sign. Yeah, have a little fun. You guys, you deserve to have a little fun. James McDonald saying, wait for me. Don't waste it all tonight. We're going to see him tomorrow night? No, Brian Burris. Okay.
Tomorrow afternoon, don't forget, 12:35.
All right, I hear you. James McDonald Friday night. There.
First and second, one out. Years ago, Steve, there was a broadcaster who got a call one afternoon from the director of broadcasting. This is years ago. And the director of broadcasting says, "What are you doing?" He says, just doing some things around the house. Oh, that's interesting. Game starts in 20 minutes.
Why don't you come on down and watch the ball game today? It wasn't me.
Okay, that eliminates you.
It wasn't. Wasn't Greg either.
Oh. I thought you were going to X out Tim, but you just went ahead and circled. Ball bounced to the shortstop.
No, he didn't tag it.
Wow. He missed Alvarez. Brendan Ryan had an easy double play, didn't he, if he just tagged him?
Yeah, I thought he did going by, and then we got the safe sign from Wally Bell.
Certainly no argument. No, he couldn't get to him quickly enough.
Pedro just sashaying by him.
Figured he'd get the two by going to the second baseman, Schumacher. Cedeno beats the Rapid first. That's Chris Snyder, who hit into a double play in the second. 6-4 on the putout. Pirates have scored 3. Snyder, the 8th man to hit here. Bucks lead by 5. PNC Park. There it is, Steve.
It is almost a harvest moon.
2-1 count on Snyder.
Have to go up in the backyard to the swing tonight. Check it out. Full moon. Unless we get that storm that's supposed to be coming through later on.
A 3-1 count.
Official. Fall begins at 11:09 tonight. Got to be a way to celebrate that. Oktoberfest.
Should find a way.
A little bit early.
Yes, sir. 3-1 count on Snyder. And now they're loaded with Charlie Morton. Kyle Loesch, as Steve mentioned at the top, came in 8 career appearances against the Pirates with a record of 5-0 and an earned run average of .226.
Now Charlie's got to shorten up. Charlie, guess fastball here, first pitch.
See if he does.
Just take a shot.
Take a big hack at a heater. Or look at one on the outside corner.
Yeah, that was an above average fastball. That's going to be a problem for anybody. You know what, Charlie? Guess fastball again. Oh, no, the hook.
Well, now what do you do, Steve?
You go into the prevent defense, 2-strike stance. Really, just shorten up as much as you can and just try to chop at the ball.
The Bender struck out looking, but the Pirates score 3 and now lead the Cardinals 6-1 as the Young Bucks putting on quite a show at home lately. Look at our Barrel Automotive League leaders in terms of current hitting streaks, as Matt Holliday will be coming to the plate. He has the longest one going these days, a 13-gamer. Joey Votto of the Reds has hit safely in 10 straight. Carlos Gonzalez 8 in a row. And Johnny Gomes of the Reds, Hanley Ramirez of the Marlins 7 straight. Matt Holliday bounced to Pedro Alvarez in the first. Barrel Automotive, definitely worth the click. Holliday came in batting .313, fourth best in the league. Carlos Gonzalez now has a batting average of .339. Troy Tulowitzki is second at .325, and Joey Votto followed by Holliday. He is sitting on 99 runs batted in. That is good for fifth most in the league. Morton in front, 0-2.
Charlie pouring it in there, 94 miles an hour. See if he tries that hook again. He had such a good hook against Pujols to shut down the third. No, sir. Gonna go to the heat. Stay there at 95.
Boy,
never a bad choice at 95.
Might have been his best fastball of the night. I'll see if Snyder calls for that Uncle Charlie from Charlie. Morton with 4 strikeouts. Here it comes. Got him.
Uncle.
5.
He said uncle.
3 in a row.
Isn't that when you give up? Say uncle.
Yep.
Uncle Charlie.
Five strikeouts, the most for Morton since his return to the Pirates. He was placed on the disabled list and sent down to the minors at the end of May. Returned to make a start August the 29th with Pittsburgh at Milwaukee. Another breaking ball and a soft liner to second.
You know, Greg, what's interesting too, batters will continually tell you, I don't guess, I don't guess. But when a guy's throwing 95 miles an hour, they guess fastball to get the bat started early. Then if they get the hook, they've already committed to the early part of that swing, and they're done. So when they tell you they don't guess, they're not being very truthful. They have to get, or at least anticipate. They like to say anticipate. Hitters can't be trusted.
Descalzo takes a strike. Oh, got a piece of him.
That got you. That got you. That didn't got you. That got your shirt. But that's part of the deal. If you get your shirt, you go to first base.
Wow. Jeez. Now let's listen to hear what the home plate umpire heard.
I got you, go to first.
Boy.
That got you. That got you. Go to first.
John Hirschbeck heard something down there. Ball one on Matt Pagnazzi. Eighth round pick 7 years ago, Matt Pagnazzi.
The days of not only his uncle, but back to the days of Jim Paglaroni. Pag, you know, it's the obvious
Pags.
nickname. Pags, yeah. Hey, Jim Paglaroni, good guy. Like there, Pag, good friend of Don Schwal. We're going to be seeing Don Schwal tomorrow. Autograph Thursdays. I don't know if a lot of people remember Don Schwal, Rookie of the Year in the American League, 1961. Think of 61. Think of the Yankees in 1961 facing them, which I'm sure Don did. Good guy. He's done a lot for our alumni. He headed up the Bob Prince Charities for a period of time. Good to have Don Schwall in our community.
Absolutely. Ball dribbled foul to the left.
One of the highlights of watching the Pirates in my early years was watching Don Schwall and Jim Pagliarone at Shea Stadium, both having a good game and invited to be a guest on Kiner's Corner, which was a kind of a neat thing to do back in the day. And they both arrived in Kiner's little studio in togas.
No.
It was great. Ralph loved it. It was quite a scene. Two major leaguers coming in togas and oak leaf clusters around their head.
Ball bounced to second and tossed to short for the final out. So far, so good for Charlie Morton. He's given up 1 on 2 hits, and the Pirates lead 6-1. With some beautiful shots once again from our AGH cam. And speaking of AGH, it's our Allegheny General Hospital Sports Medicine injury update. Ross Ollendorf, long tossing in the outfield today. And it is just very, very unlikely that he would see any time on the mound. I don't think it's going to happen the rest of this season, but it's good to see him back out there and throwing again. A shoulder issue shut him down earlier. Our injury update thanks to our friends at Allegheny General Hospital Sports Medicine, official medical provider of the Pittsburgh Pirates. A couple of changes. The strike is called.
Brian Anderson behind the plate, and P.J. Walters out on the mound.
3 innings for Loesch. 6 runs. So Brian Anderson, P.J. Walters, the new battery. By the way, speaking of Ross Ollendorf, September 27th issue of the Sporting News hits the newsstands tomorrow, and the main feature in the Sporting News tomorrow is on the 20 smartest athletes in sports. And Ross Ollendorf is 3rd on that list. So I want to pick up a copy of the Sporting News tomorrow.
You got the other guys?
I don't. I'm going to pick up a copy tomorrow.
Then you'll be smarter.
Yeah. Bounce to 3rd. Nice pickup there by Descalzo, and retires McCutchen. McCutchen 2 for 3 tonight. Here's Ross Ollendorf. seated next to Zach Duke.
Now, where do they go? Is it SAT scores, or?
Like I said, I'm going to pick up that Sporting News tomorrow and find out.
You got to get documentation.
Yep. That's why I'm going to go get it tomorrow. How about you?
Just before that day game starts.
Yeah, exactly right. Don't you have somebody go out for your papers and your periodicals and such? A driver.
Yeah,
pick
you
that
want to
stuff up on the newsstand?
Yeah, you can pick one up.
I'll pick up 2 copies. One for you, one for me.
All right. .68-mile-an-hour breaking ball from P.J. Walters.
Just his 6th appearance. This rookie. Well, they appeal it, and on the appeal, he's rung up. It was the AGH Camp show.
Oh, yeah. And then some. Got fooled by the hook. P.J. Walters has been up and down between AAA and St. Louis 3 different times.
Out of the University of South Alabama. Which former Pirate was drafted out of that school? The University of South Alabama.
Honus Wagner.
Well, I don't think so.
You got proof? But you probably know already who that is.
That's why I asked you. John Lieber. You're a bit feisty tonight, I might say, Mr. B.
I'm feeling a little feisty.
That's something to do with that. What did you run over that live wire? You are a live wire.
I drove through a tornado. Felt like a tornado. I tell you, I'm serious. All over the South Hills area I came in on, it was badder than bad.
How about P.J. Walters settling things down with a 1-2-3-4. A ground ball and a couple of strikeouts. Through 4 innings, Pirates lead it 6-1.
AT&T. Rethink possible. And by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day.
And our Day Automotive this day in Pirates history. September 22nd, 1971. A day Steve Blass will remember fondly. The Pirates clinched the National League East. 5-1 win over the Cardinals in St. Louis. And Dave Justy, 3 innings for his 29th save of the year. Saved it for Luke Walker. Beat Bob Gibson. September 22nd, 1971.
Remember it well.
Alvarez will throw out Brendan Ryan to start the 5th.
How about a 3-inning save?
Yeah.
It was commonplace back then.
Yep.
That happened. Dave did such a good job. For years, a starter with both Houston and St. Louis, came over in 1970, kind of fighting for a job. And well, he got into that relief role and then the closer role and never let go. Just did a great job. And got an interesting stat too for David. Postseason play, 1971 playoffs and World Series. So a total of what, 7 games?
In 71?
71. No. We played more than that.
You went 5, didn't you?
5
the
and
Giants?
7, 12. He pitched 10 innings in postseason, didn't give up a run.
How about that?
10 innings, didn't give up a run. My old roomie got it done.
And a neighbor.
Yep.
Right?
5 houses up.
You, and Dave Justy, and Kevin Slowey on the same street.
2 starters and a closer.
Makings of a pretty darn good staff right there. Dave Justy spent a little bit of time with the Cardinals. 1969, right? Shot toward the Pirates dugout.
Dave Justy was pitching for the Houston Astros when Roberto Clemente made his arguably best catch of his career against Bob Watson down in the dome. And kind of documented that might have been number 1.
What year would that have been about?
Late 60 or before.
68
before,
maybe?
Yeah, 68, 67.
Popped up to the shortstop, Cedeno.
Charlie Morton becoming part of the story here at PNC Park.
Well, you put these scenarios together in your head, the optimistic Pirate fan.
Sure.
And we try to do this.
We pick our spots.
Yeah, but I mean, you do it. You think, boy, if Morton could be more consistent, and Ohlendorf is fine. He other than the injury, I'm talking about in terms of a pitcher. His 1-loss record certainly not indicative of how well he pitched this season. He had a little struggle at the start of the year with the back spasms, and then was pitching much better and shut down with his shoulder. So you got Ohlendorf for sure, Mahalam. If Morton pitches well, look what J-Mac has done, James McDonald, during this stretch of games. Duke, there has been speculation that the Pirates might non-tender him. That will be a story to watch. Boy, when you pitch well, Steve, you look like a completely different team, don't you?
It brings the whole ball club up.
Yeah.
Just lifts the ball club. When your starters do the job, take your time, Charlie. There you go.
Charlie Morton, 1, 2, 3 and out. 5 strong innings so far and a 6-1 lead over the Cardinals. T mobility trivia question. Rethink possible. Can you name the 2 players besides Albert Pujols to hit career home run number 400 while playing for the Cardinals?
Certainly name one of them.
All right.
Stan the Man. There's another one.
I think there are 2, right? Wasn't that the question?
I thought there was 2 others beside him.
Yep.
Beside Albert.
Correct.
So Stan is one. And
yep. Base hit to center for Garrett Jones.
No, the answer is not Garrett Jones.
No. So Stan the Man is one.
All right. Okay. I'm working.
Yep.
I'm working.
Gotcha.
These multiple answer questions are killing me. I bet John doesn't have to do this on the road.
What was John's famous quote? I wonder if one of the Gypsies can tell me that again. We were talking about it at dinner time the other night about not knowing a trivia question. There's no shame. No shame in not knowing the answer to the AT&T mobility trivia question. In fact, he said he would rather not know it than fake a correct answer or be told ahead of time.
Well, nobody wants to be told ahead of time, but it's all right to fake it.
Fly ball to center field. Look how far this one might travel. Oh, man. That's a bomb from Pedro Alvarez. And he had to make sure that he didn't pass Garrett Jones there around first base. Alvarez hits his 12th home run of the season and his first since September the 5th. First home run in his last 39 games. Other than that one in Washington against the Washington Nationals. That is a long potato.
You just had a sense right there that ball's out of here.
Well, Alvarez now with a dozen homers, 2 more RBIs. That gives him 48 ribbies on the year.
And he's saying, well, you know, those young guys at the top of the batting order, they're having fun. I don't want to be left out.
Pirates leading at 8-1.
He has hit 2 balls very hard. One not long enough, and this one long enough.
Two 2-1 count on Bowker, who homered earlier. So Pedro Alvarez a 4 RBI night. Alvarez picking up his 11th homer at PNC Park. 11 of the 12 dingers have been hit here. And again, that's his first homer since September the 5th, which had been his lone long ball in his last 39 games. And we said he had to be careful. He started to slow it down a bit because here he takes off and Garrett Jones goes back to tag. So just around first base, there we go. Slow it down. Home run for Alvarez. And ball 3 on Bowker.
I'll tell you, the Pirates have 9 hits, and most of them have been tattooed. Not too much cheap stuff.
Look at that
Johnny
ball.
Be good and Johnny be out in front.
Take another look at the home run for Alvarez.
Majestic.
Alvarez, by the way, if you combine his AAA numbers with the big leagues, and he made his major league debut June the 16th, he has 101 RBIs this season, combined with Indianapolis and Pittsburgh. Bowker fouls off another.
Makes you remember how much fun it can be, doesn't it?
Yep. Pirates seem well on their way to making it 5 in a row. Already reached their longest win streak of the season with 4 straight as Bowker fouls off with a 10 pitch at bat. Victory tonight gives the Pirates their first 5-game winning streak since they had 5 in a row last year, August 17th to the 22nd. Oh, that got Bowker.
Almost doing a Jimmy Pearsall, hitting the ball and running to third base. Well, if you need to go get a sandwich or use the restroom, go ahead. You're going to have a few minutes. That one hurt.
That one brings out the head trainer Brad Henderson and the manager John Russell.
He won't come out, but he's hurting for certain.
The 11th pitch of this at bat got a good piece of Bowker, but as you said, Steve, this guy does not want to come out. He's been given a chance to prove himself in a short amount of time, and that.
Well, you prove yourself in different ways too. I mean, you hit the ball a long way. You let your manager know you can hang in.
Oh, right back up and smack it up the middle.
Bucko's having some fun tonight. I don't look for John to try to steal a base here, but you never know.
12 pitches.
Talk about a good at bat. Well, that'll help the recovery process a little bit. P.J. Walters, 1, 2, 3 with a couple strikeouts in the 4th. Here in the bottom of the 5th. Line drive base hit, line drive home run, another line drive base hit.
Two-0 count. Goes to 2-1 on Cedeno. He has singled to center field and bounced to short.
The Pirates here hitting the bottom of the 5th, double figures in hits with 10.
One count on Cedeno. I want to thank great Pirate fan Andrea Rich for the chocolate zucchini bread she delivered to the booth.
Very nice.
Delicious, Andrea. Thank you.
Almost sounds healthy.
Almost. Ball 4, and P.J. Walters certainly struggling here. It's his 3rd time with St. Louis this season, and that will bring out Tony La Russa. He is going to
nobody warming
talk
up in the
at
bullpen.
least to PJ.
And everybody requested to be here on the mound.
And Friday, the Pirates and Astros meet at 7:05. Neil Walker showing you the Pirates fleece scarf and glove set given away to all fans this Friday night, courtesy of Seven Springs Mountain Resort. Stay warm, show your Bucko pride all winter long. For tickets, go to Pirates.com. The Pirates and Astros meet Friday night at 7:05, and all fans get that Pirates fleece scarf and glove set courtesy of Seven Springs Mountain Resort.
It's cool to be warm.
Snyder has bounced into a double play and walked. And that's a shot to center.
Wow, stinging it.
They really are blistering the baseball here tonight. Bowker scores. Cedeno the third. Chris Snyder with RBI number 46 this season, and his 14th since joining the Pirates.
Ball is hit right on the button. Sound of the bat. Still nobody warming up.
Well, is that what LaRusse, you think, went out and told him, Steve, that we need you to get through this inning, even though we've got a bunch of pitchers?
Yeah, there's an old phrase that is used. You got to be my dog. You got to go out there and take a beating to save some arms. Although in September you got so many arms out there, I'm a little surprised from that standpoint.
Swinging away, not bunting. Pujols was way in, at least a couple of steps in. Has to pay somewhat attention over there at first base, but Pirates forego the bunt. Steve, what's proper protocol here? If you're up 9-1, it's still the 5th inning. I mean, are they calling off the dogs here, the Pirates, by not bunting Morton?
Yep.
Look at John Bowker, the knee area there. Brad Henderson strikes out looking.
There's a sore knee right there.
9-1 ball game.
9-1 ball game. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't bunting, so John thinks he's got enough. And, I go along with that.
It's a fine line, isn't it?
You know what? If you're up 8 runs, turn it loose. If you lose, then after that, you deserve to.
McCutchen has singled and doubled.
I mean, people say, yeah, it's happened, but it doesn't happen very darn often. And you're deep into the bullpen. Yeah, I think it's the right thing to do. I respect that move. I think it shows a little class. Now, people say if they blow this lead and the Pirates lose, they're going to say, well, it should have gone from. And I will say, no, they should have been able to hold on to an 8-run lead. Send it back in the other direction.
A 1-1 count. Two and one. So 2 more runs across the plate for McCutchen. And checking out John Bowker's right knee. Philadelphia Phillies and the Atlanta Braves are scoreless. Tampa Bay ahead of the Yankees 1-0 in the bottom of the 3rd inning at Yankee Stadium. Boston up 4-1 in the 5th at Fenway.
Well, congratulations, Doc Holliday winning his 20th last night for the Phils.
And congratulations to those Twins who win the American League Central. Clinch it last night. 91 victories for Minnesota. McCutchen lays off. Yankees are 2.5 up on the Rays in the American League East. Cincinnati about ready to clinch the Central. They're currently trailing the Brewers in the 2nd inning at Milwaukee. Started the day 8 up. Ball line toward left. Holliday makes the catch. Runner at 3rd will tag and score. Sacrifice fly for McCutchen. 54 RBIs for the Pirates center fielder, and the Pirates have a 10-1 lead.
Have some fun, buccos.
8th man to hit in the inning. Tabata takes a strike. He tripled in McCutchen in the 1st and scored. As the Pirates took the early 2-0 lead, the Cardinals got a run in the 2nd, but the Pirates came right back with the John Bowker homer in the bottom half. Sent 9 men to the plate in the 3rd, scoring 3 times. They put a 4 spot up here in the 5th against the reliever P.J. Walters. Ryan flips to second for the force there. 2 of the runs coming on a Pedro Alvarez blast to center field. It's his 12th in the big leagues since being called up June the 16th and a 4 RBI night for Alvarez. The Pirates coasting 10-1.
Out tonight's Coors Light Freeze Cam, John Bowker in the 2nd inning. Long drive. Good for him. It's good for that gentleman in the black shirt bringing his glove to the ball game. What a nice catch.
Yeah.
Made the commitment to make the catch.
Great work.
Great work. That's tonight's Freeze Cam, brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
The Bowker home run. 2 more for the Pirates. The long ball. Pedro Alvarez and Charlie Morton pitching a good ball game tonight. Strike on John Jay. Pirates have homered at least once in 10 of their last 12 games here at PNC Park. This pop-up should be easy for Alvarez. And it brings up Pujols, and with Albert coming to the plate, go back to our AT&T trivia question.
Jack Clark.
Rethink possible. Pujols hit career home run number 400 playing for the Cardinals. What about McGuire? Did he?
Dear.
Mark McGuire hit his 400?
Oh, yeah, you got
And
it.
you mentioned Stan the Man?
Yep.
Oh.
How did we miss that?
We didn't.
How did we miss that?
We didn't.
Did I hear you say McGuire?
Yes, yep.
When?
Just now. There he is.
We had a nice visit with Mark McGuire, the first trip that the Cardinals made into Pittsburgh.
And some people, a lot of people have a lot of opinion about McGuire.
Our opinion was that he's good to have him back in the game.
Can only go on how he's treated us along the way. And he's been class when he played, and he admitted a mistake. Not to make it right, but he did it. He sincerely feels badly about it. And I really think
there's
he
a lot
respects
of
the game. I really do.
Yeah, there's a lot of things on the correct side of the ledger for Mark McGuire.
And he's helped more abused kids, sexually abused kid, than any, probably, I'm guessing here, maybe any athlete in professional sports, maybe in history.
Well,
so
remember the numbers speculating that he was making $8 million a year, and the first $1 million went to abused children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of good things on the good side of the ledger for him. Greg, I think you've come across a picture like that you gave me for one Christmas, signed by Mark, and I still have it in my house.
Ball bounced to short. 2 down. The Charlie Morton story.
Yeah, along with the offense, conceivably could be working on a 2-hit shutout.
Yeah.
Gave up 1 run. Not entirely his fault, but be that as it may, he has done a terrific job tonight.
I believe he's thrown 82 pitches, which is just fine.
Yeah.
There you see the line. The hits belong to Colby Rasmus and Skip Schumacher. Rasmus scoring on a wild pitch, and Chris Snyder will be kicking himself. He knows he's too good a catcher to have allowed that to go through the 5-hole. But that's kind of a secondary issue because the Pirates well on their way to a W, and Morton well on his way to a fine start.
Yeah, he's getting an A+ so far, regardless of that play.
Fly ball to left. Tabata started back, and now it's to come racing in, and that is maybe the first time we've seen Tabata misjudge a ball so badly. They just gave Holiday a hit. A hit?
The ball fell in the grass.
Wow. They gave him a double. Okay, a 14-game hitting streak.
Well, I understand what you're saying. That ball's got to be caught. Even at this late juncture, he's there if he's over to his left a little bit.
Goodness. Ask Tabata if that's a hit.
And ask Garrett Jones if that throw to first base was an error on the pitcher.
So Rasmus at the plate. Again, Holiday now a 14-game hitting streak. Well, I was looking at before the game the number of putouts that Tabata has had this year since he was called up in June. 173 putouts, and there are only, by my count, 6 other left fielders in the league who have more putouts, and they've played at least 40 more games than Tabata. Ryan Braun, Matt Holliday, Raul Ibanez, Alfonso Soriano, Johnny Gomes, and Carlos Lee. And by the time the season is up, a good chance that Tabata will rank in the top 4 in terms of putouts in left field. This from somebody who spent the first 2 months in the minors. We've talked a lot and praised him a lot for what he's done offensively and all the hits. Batting with men in scoring position. Oh, this one just off the glove, perhaps, of Alvarez. And Rasmus delivers an RBI single.
I think he got a piece of it because the ball looked like it slowed down, too. Took a lot of the line off the line drive.
Yep. 10-2 ball game. Daniel Descalso now.
Tainted double, somewhat tainted base hit. It's a second run for the Cardinals. Ray Surridge wants to talk with his starter and his catcher.
Nothing going in the Pirates' pen yet. So far, Charlie Morton 5 2/3. 2 starts ago, he went 6 1/3 against the Reds.
Just 4 hits given up. 2 of them coming here in the 6th.
He is looking for just his 2nd win of the year in the big leagues. It would be his first Pirate victory since May the 5th when he went 6 innings against the Cubs. Descalso has bounced to short and has been hit by a pitch. A great play, really, by Ronnie Cedeno to rob Descalso of a hit in the 2nd inning. And his jersey might have been nicked in that 4th inning when the hit by pitch was ruled. Off the glove. Morton, a cool customer, throws on to first to retire Descalzo. Still well out in front, 10-2 ball game as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning at PNC Park. Pirates looking for their 5th straight win.
Been making a smile all night long. Nice hook. Another nice hook to Albert. Nice fastball. Charlie Morton package. Good reaction play. Charlie doesn't get excited. Good throw to first base. Cleans up the top of the 6th. Well done.
Looks like that's going to be it for him. Gets the congrats. Morton goes 6 innings. The Espinel plays that made you smile. Changes defensively for the Cardinals. We'll get to them here momentarily as Walker comes to the plate. He's grounded out. That produced a run. He's walked, struck out, and here singles to start this bottom of the 6th inning.
Tyler Green's the new shortstop. Jay moves over from right to left. Craig is in right field. I think we got a new first baseman, Mr. Hamilton. Mark Hamilton takes over at first. Tony La Russa going to the bench.
September baseball, March baseball. A lot of players, a lot of changes. In on Jones and off of Schumacher. Schumacher has committed 16 errors this year. Don't know what they'll call this.
Well, I think it's I'd like to see a base hit, but I'm convinced he should have made that play. Tried to take it side saddle.
Schumacher making the transition last year from outfield to second base. And who knows what will happen this offseason? Well, they'll maybe going to move him back to the outfield. There's been talk of that. Alvarez hit a blast, a 2-run homer in the 5th. Coors Light blast.
Have yourself a good night, Pedro.
They rule a hit, by the way, for Garrett Jones. Jones a 3-hit night. 13-hit attack for Pittsburgh.
Did I miss where the previous error was? Oh, no error. Pirates have been charged with an error.
And a pop-up. Infield fly will be called here. Catch made anyway by Tyler Green. So Alvarez with the 4 RBIs, 2 hits tonight, a double and a homer, and John Bowker has been on base 3 times. A solo homer in the second, walked intentionally in the third. Last time up he singled and later scored. Bowker playing in his 17th game with Pittsburgh. He has started each of the last 7 games. Starting for the 9th time in the last 10 Pirate ball games. Bowker. Bullpen getting ready. Chris LaRue. Brewers just put up an 8 spot on the bottom of the second in Milwaukee over the Reds, so looking as though they won't be able to make up 2 games on that magic number. Likely they'll go down to 3, started at 4 to clinch the Central. Combination of Cardinal losses and Reds wins. Total 4 and the Reds clinch. Craig Counsell homered a 3-run shot off Johnny Cueto in that game. Kosuke Fukudome hit his 13th of the year, and the Cubs are leading the Giants in the 4th inning 1-0. Former Giant John Bowker at the plate. Giants a half game up on the Padres in the West, 2.5 in front of the Colorado Rockies. And Atlanta is a game up on San Diego in the wild card. Atlanta and the Phillies scoreless in the 7th inning. Bowker, a line drive to right center field, and it is over the head of Alan Craig. Walker will score. Jones is held at third on the double by Bowker. He has homered, singled, and doubled.
That ball got out there in a hurry.
(11-2) Pirates lead. John Bowker lined this one over the head of Alan Craig toward the right center gap. Neil Walker waits and waved by Beasley, and had this been a tighter game, Beasley would have waved Garrett Jones.
That'll put some air underneath that batting average that John Bowker came in with. Elevate.
Bowker played 41 games this season for the Giants, got 82 at bats, hit 3 homers, drove in 8 runs. Had a pretty solid rookie year 2 seasons ago. Got 320 at bats with the Giants as a rookie. Hit 10 homers, drove in 43 runs. But after that, pretty much a part-timer. Last year, just 31 games, and this season, 16 games. Pirates acquiring Bowker and pitcher Joe Martinez, as Javier Lopez was sent to San Francisco at the trade deadline.
P.J. Walters getting an extended outing. I saw in the notes he did 5 innings of relief in one particular game against San Diego.
So it's possible La Russa did go out there last inning and say just that. We need you. We need those innings. Strikes out Cedeno. 4 Ks now for P.J. Walters in relief of Kyle Loesch, who went just 3. Gave up 6 runs on 7 hits. 3-inning stint for Kyle Loesch. Matches his 3-inning outing August the 15th against the Cubs. They gave up 7 runs on 6 hits. Snyder, an RBI single his last time up. Fly ball hit decent to right center. Catch made by Rasmus. Bucks pick up another. And 11-2 as John Bowker delivers the RBI double. Hey, if you miss a big play from tonight's game, perfect solution for you. Catch Pirates Instant Replay. All the runs, hits, and action from this ball game in just 2 hours. How are they going to do that? Pirates Instant Replay tonight at 11 right here on FSN.
How does it happen?
A lot of hits, a lot of runs. A lot of good pitching from Charlie Morton. But, Instant Replay tonight as Chris LaRue takes over. One of the new additions to the Pirates organization, Chris LaRue. Picked off waivers from the Florida Marlins on the 13th of this month. And 17 appearances with Florida.
A lot to like about Charlie Morton tonight, not the least of which is 1 free pass issued in his 6 innings of work. Always like that. Last night for Paul Mahallam. More good control.
Charlie Morton with 94 pitches, 61 innings. 9 field, 61.
Ball to strike on P.J. Walters, the pitcher. It's a fun night for a hitting coach, isn't it?
Yep.
Don Long.
Spread all around the board, too.
Yeah. Yep, 2 hits for McCutchen. RBI triple for Tabata. Neil Walker has a hit, a couple of runs scored. Garrett Jones, a 3-hit night. Pedro Alvarez, 4 RBIs, a pair of hits, including a homer, a 2-run double. John Bowker on base 4 times, 3 hits. A couple of ribbies, a home run. Cedeno, a base hit. Snyder, an RBI single.
Yeah. John took a knee. I guess that means they had it well in hand. Took a shot off the knee.
Yeah. .95. This isn't supposed to happen, is it?
95 miles an hour?
Well, P.J. Walters hanging in there like...
Yeah.
He's done this a lot. Did he?
No!
No. A walk to the pitcher, P.J. Walters.
Body went around, but the bat did not. Plenty of fastball, but a little too much height.
Mark Hamilton, his first at bat, came out to play first base in the 6th inning. One of a handful of switches made by Tony La Russa. Hamilton won at bat. One of the Cardinal call-ups.
Kind of a skinny Eric Gagne, wouldn't you say?
Yep. The goggles. Recalled Saturday from the AAA club in Memphis. Hit .298 there in 72 games with 18 homers.
Among other things, you see a lot of big numbers on uniforms in September. Yep. Number 64.
Mm-hmm. There he goes. EasyU.com minor league connection. Take a look here at the Arizona Fall League participants in the Pirates organization. All these players are going to play for Mesa, the Mesa Solar Sox. Tony Sanchez, Josh Harrison, Jordy Mercer, Andrew Lambeau, and the pitchers have been announced. Justin Wilson. Ball line to left, and a base hit puts runners at first and second with 1 away. Brian Anderson. He's aboard now. Schumacher. Brian Leach and Aaron Probanik, the other pitchers on that list. That league, the Arizona Fall League, is for top prospects in baseball. Skip Schumacher, 1 out of 3.
Way back in the day, Chandler, Arizona was the home of the Pirates Arizona Fall League group. We played on a city park there, so you get a lot of inside the park home runs because there was a whole city block, so the ball would just keep rolling. There was no home run fence until you got to the sidewalk.
Schumacher hits this ball a long way toward right center. Oh, there's McCutchen.
Long trip.
Using those wheels.
Yep, long trip, but plenty of height on the ball, and when you give Andrew McCutchen a lot of height, he's going to run him down. Yeah, that's the typical pitcher's reaction. You back up, you're trying to keep the ball in the ballpark. Plenty of time for Andrew.
John Jay 0 for 3. Pirates leading 11-2. I asked John Jay when the Cardinals were in town last time if he was named after one of the founding fathers. John Jay, the first Supreme Court Justice of the United States, said no, totally coincidental. Ball bounced 4-3. Jay is retired, and a scoreless inning of relief for Chris LaRue. 7th inning stretch time. The Pirates have an 11-2 lead. And Andy LaRoche bats for Chris LaRue. LaRoche for LaRue, 11-2, Pirates lead it. Steve, who sang that song? Changes.
Bowie.
Oh, 1-2 the count. Yes, it was David Bowie.
Yep, got a little help from the truck on that answer.
Yep. In a hurry, too. Boy, I'll tell you, barely got the question out. 6-3.
You can tell it's a big lead for the Buccos.
I wish we could have a microphone in the truck so that you could hear what we hear. Hey, speaking of music, and this is something you'll want to hear.
What's the
Saturday
answer?
night, Buccos and Astros after the game. OAR performing all their hits. Final post-game concert, 2010. Time will stand still Saturday night. Pirates.com for tickets. OAR concert. Final post-game concert of the year right after that 7:05 game. So LaRoche retired. On the bouncer to the left side of the infield. And now it's Presley bats. 0-2 the count. This is Alex, not Elvis. Steve?
You're right.
We're tying the music thing together.
Well, we got some music to work with here. What's your favorite Elvis song?
Kentucky Rain.
Weak. But Don't Be Cruel. Classic.
Come on. He's on man.
Marie's the name of his very last flame. Marie's the name. Very old friend came by today. He was telling everyone in town.
That's an Elvis song?
Yeah, Marie's the name of his latest flame.
You don't like Kentucky Rain, huh?
It's all right. Yeah.
Swing and a miss, and Presley will take off for first, but Anderson will throw on to get him. Strikeout 2-3.
That'd be nice. Take a poll, see what the guys in the truck come up with their favorite Elvis song.
Favorite Elvis songs, Mitch?
I don't recognize that one.
Hound Dog, he says. How about AE, Adam Elmore? Get nothing from him. Brad Lincoln loosens in the bullpen. Chance to see Brad Lincoln. Adam Elmore says whole lot of shaking.
How about Heartbreak Hotel? Nobody's come up with that. That was the big one, the really big one. Written by Hoyt Axton's mother, by the way.
Wow. That's interesting. Brandon Moss at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Moss rifles one toward the right field line. It is a foul ball. Brandon Moss looking to join teammates John Balker and Pedro Alvarez. The home run ball tonight.
Didn't miss the big yellow pole by much.
And he's called out on strikes, so the Pirates go down 1-2-3 for just the second time this evening. They have a comfortable 11-2 lead. Presley now in center. At second base, Andy LaRoche stays in the game after pinch hitting. Argenis Diaz is now the shortstop. New catcher, Jason Jaramillo. And Brad Lincoln.
Wow.
First appearance out of the bullpen for the Pirates. His 4 seasons as a professional pitcher. Recalled September the 7th from Indy. Down at Indianapolis, he was 7-5 in 17 starts, a 4.12 ERA. Was with the Pirates first week of June toward the end of July, and was a disappointing 1-4 with a 6.57 ERA in 9 starts. Went back down to the minor league, got his confidence back. Suffered a neck strain injury, and that cost him some time, not only down in the minors, but even after his recall. Alan Craig now, his first at bat. Foul tipped. Charlie Morton went 6 innings, 2 runs, 4 hits. Chris LaRue a scoreless inning. Broken bat foul off the foot.
Double whammy. Break your bat, hurt your foot.
Oh, 2. Check out that velocity for Lincoln tonight. He's not throwing as hard as he had been at Indy. A breaking ball missed. And he came up to the Pirates. Went down to the minor leagues. Regained some of that velocity. Another breaking ball and a base hit to right center field for Alan Craig. Leadoff hit in the 8th. The road ahead is brought to you by your Western Pennsylvania Toyota dealers. Tomorrow, Pirates and Cardinals meet in a Thursday afternoon matinee game. Coverage begins at noon with the Trib Total Media Pirates pregame show. Don't forget it's a T-shirt Thursday here at the ballpark, and also the autograph signings out at the Hall of Fame Club. Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday afternoon, the Astros are in. Final series at home this season. Good looking fastball there from Lincoln. Past Tyler Green. Again, signing autographs tomorrow at the Trib Total Media Hall of Fame Club before the 12:35 game. John Smiley, Don Schwal, Bob Walk, 3 former Pirates pitchers. 0-2 on Tyler Green. His first at bat. Started at second base last night, was 1 for 4. And he's now playing short.
.93 on that fastball delivered.
Looking pretty good. Brad Lincoln, 25 years old, from Lake Jackson, Texas. He was the Pirates' first-round pick in 2006 out of the University of Houston. He was the 4th overall choice that year. One ball, 2 strikes. Unfortunately, in his second season of pro ball, as he's about to begin his second year of pro ball in the Pirates organization, had to undergo Tommy John surgery. Tight to Green, 2-2. So Lincoln missed all of 2007. Got back to the minor leagues the following year. Began the 2009 campaign at AA Altoona and promoted to Indy. Good looking pitch, huh?
Picked up the outside corner, according to John Hirschbeck. 93 miles an hour on that fastball, well placed. Got the call.
Tyler Green wasn't so sure, huh?
Was not sure at all.
And now Colby Rasmus. He is 2 for 3 with an RBI. Runner goes, and Snyder came, or rather Jaramillo came out thinking he might gun down there. Pirates do not care about the runner leading 11-2. They're just looking for outs. Defensive indifference.
5 more to be exact.
5 more outs, and the Pirates will have their first 5-game winning streak since August of last season. Two 2-0 the count. And the Pirates also will continue to forge ahead in the hopes that they will finish with a winning home record. Obviously, they're going to take this one tonight That means 4 left. 1 more with the Cardinals. We just saw the Toyota moving forward, road ahead for the Bucks tomorrow afternoon against the Cardinals. Then 3 with the Astros. They need to win 3 of the next 4 games.
Win tonight would put them within 1.
Another broken bat.
You got to figure all the rest of them, because if you don't get any more, well, those losses pile up on the other side, and the math becomes a little more difficult.
So tonight, with a W, they will go to 38-39 at home. John Russell said that he and the players have talked about it. When the homestand began, it looked like really an almost impossible task. The start of this 9-game homestand. The Pirates were playing, obviously, especially on the road. Yeah, they play better at home, but to think that they would come in to this final homestand of the year and take 8 of 9, and it's still a tough road to hoe, but we'll see. 3-2 on Rasmus. Now 3-2.
Well, the Houston Astros haven't exactly dazzled on the road, 32-41. Coming in for the final weekend.
Ball 4. Houston is at Washington tonight and trailing 3-2 in the 7th. Now the big games are right here on FSN tomorrow. McDonald's high school football rolls on with a pair of Quad A contenders. The Seneca Valley Raiders invade McKeesport as they look to tame the Tigers. Seneca Valley McKeesport tomorrow night at 7 on FSN. This is big. Daniel Descalzo, his first major league start tonight, 0 for 2 and hit by a pitch. Time called. Ray Searage going to pay Lincoln a visit. Ray Searage really has a good relationship with a lot of these pitchers. He spent some time as a minor league pitching coach in the Pirates organization.
Well, you got to get to know Ray, and you got to incorporate his personality. I mean, he's kind of laid back in some ways, encouraging. Uncle Ray, good guy. He cares about these pitchers. The more you talk to him, the more you realize that.
First year as the Pirates major league coach. He was an assistant really to Joe Kerrigan, and then took over when Kerrigan was let go. But Searage has spent some time in the minor leagues. Pirates organization, previous 2 years at Indy. Also was at AA Altoona for a couple of years in 06 and 07. He's really climbed the ladder. 05 he was at Class A ball Hickory. And for 2 years was rookie ball Williamsport in the Pirates organization. So Ray Searage has paid his minor league dues after a successful major league pitcher. Originally selected, in fact, by the Cardinals back in 1976. 22nd rounder. Ball line toward left center field, and a desperate try by Presley. And unfortunately that will cost Brad Lincoln a couple of runs. The ball caroms off the glove of Jaramillo and then goes into the seats. Descalzo will get credit for the hit. His first major league hit.
2-run double in the air on Cedeno.
First big league hit, a double, driving in a pair. Randy Wynn will pinch hit. 86, by the way, allowing the runner to go to third. There on Cedeno, on Diaz rather. Argenis Diaz.
Well, nobody will want to take a look at these scorecards when we get through. It's rather busy.
Daniel McCutcheon loosens in the Pirates' pen. And now Lincoln falling behind 3-1. Ball Scalzo hit sharply.
This will be the 25th pitch delivered by Brad in this inning.
Wynn drives one toward right center field. Nice running grab there for Bowker. It'll be a sacrifice fly. So 3 runs charged to Lincoln. This last run could be unearned. Mark Hamilton struck out in the 7th. Hamilton, Baltimore, Maryland native. He's in his 5th year of pro ball and his first taste of the major leagues. Garrett Jones handles that one and keeps it himself. 3 runs across. Pirates lead 11-5. Head to the bottom half of the 8th. You missed it. Tyler Colvin was released from the hospital today. His status for the rest of the year is unknown. Don't know if you saw that the other day, but hit by a broken bat, speared him in the chest. A very, very dangerous, scary moment. Spent some time in the hospital, but as we say, released today. Jose Morales, 2 for 3, double 3 RBIs. Twins first team to clinch the division this season. Roy Oswalt involved in a scoreless tie with Atlanta in the 8th inning. Roy O now with the Phillies, 7 innings, 1 hit, no runs, a walk, and 8 strikeouts. The Phillies own a 9-game winning streak and lead the Atlanta Braves by 5 games in the National League East. Milwaukee, all 9 starters have scored a run. They lead the Reds 10-1 in the 4th inning. Mike McDougall on the mound now for the Cardinals. 15th appearance. You see that ERA of 7.36. Mike McDougall taking over as P.J. Walters went 3, gave up 5 runs, 7 hits, struck out 5. McDougall, one-time closer for the Royals. Now Pedro Ciriaco. Ciriaco is the pinch hitter. Strike called on the former Diamondback farmhand. Made his debut September the 8th against Atlanta. Recalled September the 7th. He and Chris Snyder came over, part of a 5-player deal. And Ciriaco is intriguing. To see Ciriaco get a ball on the gap down the line. He's fun to watch run. He will give McCutchen a run for his money in terms of the fastest Pirate. But McDougall takes care of him. As I said, the one-time Royals closer, Mike McDougall.
Did Walters go 3 innings or 4?
4.
4.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No. Thank you.
Oh, I appreciate how kind you were asking it that way. You're answering an AT&T Mobility trivia question. Garrett Jones has singled, walked. Singled 3 times. Ball fouled out of play. 3 hits for him. Doubled in the 3rd. Garrett Jones picking up his first RBI since September the 3rd with that double in the 3rd inning. One ball, 1 strike. Talk of Garrett Jones maybe platooning next year. Maybe the Pirates think his best role would be in a platoon situation.
Garrett says maybe not. Of course, any player worth his salt would say perhaps not. But he wants to play all the time, or should want to play all the time.
Two and 2. The Pirates took a 2-0 lead off Kyle Loesch in the 1st inning. Then made it 3-1 in the 2nd on the Bowker homer. Sent 9 men to the plate in the 3rd inning. Scored 3 times. Made it 6-1. And then busted it open with a 4 spot in the 5th. Meanwhile, Charlie Morton went 6, gave up 2 runs on 4 hits. Bottom of the 8th inning, the Phillies get a run.
How about Royo?
How about Royo, boy? He's pitched well.
Brother, he can help your team too.
Ground ball to second. Jones retired. Seven innings tonight for Roy O. He now has a season ERA of 2.80. Allowed 1 hit, a walk, struck out 8. Raul Ibanez doubles in Jason Worth. Boy, the Phillies are sure playing like they are on a mission to get back to the World Series for the 3rd straight year. They're 3 outs away from winning their 10th straight.
That's called peaking at the right time. They're not through with the Braves either.
No.
The last 3 games of the season.
They might make that a meaningless 3-game series the way they're going. Ball bounced to first. 1-2-3 for McDougal. We move on to the 9th inning. The Pirates 3 outs away from a 5-game winning streak. And then look to sweep the Cardinals tomorrow afternoon. It is Brian Burris on the hill against Jeff Suppan. Daniel McCutchen looks for the last 3 outs. Burris has pitched very well. Last time out, 7 innings, 2 earned runs, but a no decision. His last 3 starts, a 1.80 ERA. And in 7 games this year at PNC Park, Brian Burris has a 2.32 earned run average. There's a guy that maybe won on the mound tomorrow. Try to sweep that series against the Cardinals and continue their quest to finish with a winning home record.
Yep, and going against Jeff Suppan, you might think, well, okay, you know, he's really struggled this year. Jeff Suppan is 15-3 against the Pirates.
Former Bucco Jeff Suppan. Matinee game tomorrow, 12:35. Brian Anderson. Came on to catch in the 4th inning.
I think there's been about, what, 8 or 10 different Brian Andersons in the big leagues?
Seems like that.
15 years. Some pitchers. Catcher here.
Fly ball to left. Brandon Moss makes the catch. 1 out in the 9th. Coming up after the game, the AGH Sports Medicine Pirates post game with highlights and analysis. Dan Potash, Kent DeColby. It's been fun to do those shows. Talking about the young Bucks, bringing out the bats, pitching so much better.
Everything's a lot more fun riding a little streak like the Pirates are riding right now.
Two-0 count on Miles. Daniel McCutchen went 1 2/3 innings on Saturday night against the D-backs.
Look at the coloring there. It all flows with the different types of green.
Yep, great flow. Yep. Oh, right off the first base bag. Literally a base hit. And Miles into second base with a double. Off the
base hit.
Yep. Miles into second with a double. Right off the bag. And Nick Stavinoa will pinch hit. Wow, he crushed that ball. A line drive toward the wall. No chance for Presley. Stavinoa doubles home Miles. Back-to-back doubles. Presley toward the gap in left center.
We gave it a run at it and just had to go into that slide so it doesn't bank completely into that fence.
Alan Craig. His second at bat. Albert Pujols was in this spot of the order, was 0 for 2. Morton going 6 innings, 2 runs, just 4 hits, and you could certainly make an argument that he should not have given up even 1 run. The wild pitch that went under the legs of Chris Snyder, starting catcher. Jaramillo in there now. And then the ball that was misjudged by Tabata in the 6th. So the Pirates have to be very pleased with what they got out of Morton tonight.
And you would think, looking at this line score, 17 runs, 23 hits, that nobody pitched well, but Charlie did pitch exceptionally well.
Pirates bullpen hasn't been so hot tonight. Maru pitched a scoreless 7th, but walked a man, gave up a hit. And then Lincoln giving up 3 runs, 2 earned. Walked a man, struck out a batter.
Well, it's one of these situations right now where you just finding a way to get it in the barn.
Daniel McCutchen facing Alan Craig. Cardinals about ready to fall to 12-25 since August the 13th, after they had been in first place in the division. And McCutchen nowhere close on that one.
Still trying to play ball at Yankee Stadium with a rain delay that has been ongoing. I don't know if it got rained out or not, but they haven't done much playing.
McCutchen gets Craig to offer at that high fastball and gets the strikeout. So now 1 out away from raising that Jolly Roger. The AGH cam shows you the Daniel McCutchen pitch that strikes out Alan Craig. Love the AGH cam. Great shots. And now Tyler Green. Talking about raising that Jolly Roger. The Pirates for a couple years have got that flagpole in dead center field. When the Pirates win the game, yeah, he'll raise it, but there's a flagpole above the green monster. They'll raise the Jolly Roger flag, and it'll stay up there all day, the following day, until game time. So walking across the bridge or downtown, take a look across the river. If you happen to miss the game, you'll know whether the Bucks won or lost just by looking at that flagpole. Skull and crossbones are up. Means they won the previous night. And they're getting ready to raise it now. 0-2 the count on Tyler Green. McCutcheon can put this one in the barn. He does. So raise it. Raise that Jolly Roger. There it goes. They've been doing it a lot lately here at PNC Park. 5 in a row. 5-game winning streak, a season high, and it's the longest winning streak since August of last year.
Nicely done. Charlie Morton pitched very well for the Pirates, and they brought the bats to town tonight. Good win for the Bucks.
John Bowker, part of that 14-hit attack. Charlie Morton gets the W. As Charlie Morton pitches 6 strong innings. Morton getting his first win in the big league since May the 5th. The Pirates have started out this final homestand of the year 5-0. Our next broadcast of Bucko Baseball tomorrow as the Pirates try to sweep this series against the Cardinals, make it back-to-back sweeps, and get it to 6 straight. Our coverage begins with the Trib Total Media Pirates pregame at 12. Tim Never joins Steve with the call 12:30. Final score 11-6 Bucks. For Steve Blass and our entire FSN crew, Greg Brown saying thanks for watching, but stay tuned. A lot more to come on the AGH Sports Medicine Pirates postgame. It begins right now.